All right, you're welcome to Heroic Academy. This is a quick video to look at a project of one of my students. Actually, he's a young smart kid, Isioma, Divine Isioma. He just joined my class, my web development class. Okay, but he had prior knowledge of web development before joining. Do you understand? So, as in, he had prior knowledge of HTML and CSS before joining. So he used it to create a site like this. Okay. Now he sent it to me to review it for him. Right. Then he just started my course. So by the time he must have gone to a certain level, he will create something much better. But looking at what you created, Isioma, I'm focusing on you right now, okay? Just pay attention. I must commend you. You tried as a beginner. You were able to create something like this. And from the content I'm seeing here, it shows that you're really quite a visionary young kid, okay? So keep it up. So that said, then pay attention. So I had a point here. I listed here. I'm going to look at. First one is folder structure. So let's pick it one after the other. Folder structure. So if you open your website now, the free class website, you see all your files are not in folders at all. Just put everything in one folder. That's not how it is done. If you do it like this, by the time you have a lot of files, it will be difficult for you to search for a file and get it. It's better to arrange files in folders. Okay, so you arrange it. All this CSS file will have a folder called CSS. You create a folder, CSS folder, put it inside the CSS folder. Do you understand? And link it accordingly. I'm not going to do that for you, but it's very simple. Okay, then this one will be here. You won't have to create a folder for it. But in this one, picture, you have to create images folder. Put all of this inside it. Do you understand? Then, okay, let me see if I can quickly do this for you. Let me do this for you quickly. Okay, first let me create CSS. This is CSS folder, right? Then you cut all this, or you cut it and paste it here. You can see drag and drop. Okay, paste it here. Everything will be inside CSS, right? Then come here, these images. You cut it, create images folder, images. Okay, and please always try to use small letter for your folder. Okay, small letter is very better for folder. And this will be videos. Okay, you cut the video and then you create videos. Okay, folder, put it inside the videos folder. Awesome. So if you look at your structure now, you see how it is. That's how it's supposed to be. Okay, by the time you start following my tutorial, you're going to see that you also have to, there are many other folders you are going to create. You create something like you create include folder and add some of these files to it, but it's a stage by stage. But for now, this is okay. But if you do it like this, if you shake your website now, it will no longer okay. Your CSS, it seems you link the CSS in each of the I've not really checked them. Okay, let me open your class and check some of these your files. Let's see. Let me open index.html. Let's see. Okay, this is just index. Okay, this your CSS. Now this is what you are going to do. Okay, let me clear cache, because why this thing is still showing is because it is registered in cat. It's supposed to scatter the whole of this thing. Okay, what we just did, this folder we just added, supposed to scatter the whole of. So what I'm doing now, I'm trying to clear cache. In case if you are confused, let me do it again, please. This is your website. if you want to clear your browser's cache, so that if there's anything stored in the cache, it will be deleted, so that a fresh content will be loaded. It will be loaded in your browser. You just go to setting, then you click on privacy and security. You click on clear cache. So then that was what I did. I repeated it in case if you are getting confused. So do you see? Because of that CSS folder, CSS we added in folders, it's no longer showing the CSS. So we have to link the CSS. Okay, you have to link the CSS again. Go to index now. Link this one by adding that folder. In this hyper reference, I will add CSS slash like this. Okay. Then if I refresh now, it will show the CSS. Do you see that? So it's now showing the CSS. If there is other pages where you added other pages, even though you didn't link these ones, okay. You know, you have other pages, but you've not linked them. I'm kind of looking at where you linked the other pages. Okay, you've not linked any of these pages apart from this particular one. Okay, it's okay. Let's concentrate on this particular one, this particular page. Okay, so we use it to explain things for you. Okay, but let me, the way you just link this HTML index, well, that's exactly how you're going to link all these pages you create. If you come here again, this school CSS, just put CSS slash like this. Okay, you repeat it in all. Okay, CSS slash like this. Okay, you have to repeat it in all. CSS slash. But I might not go through all of them. I will just go through the index and maybe school. Let me look for the. We have the school here. I'm kind of looking for the one that is much more relevant with the corrections I'm going to make on these ones. Okay, let me look for this homepage.html. Will you give me? I'm kind of looking for the school part of it. Vision, mission. I thought I saw school here. Address, application, awards, contact, founder, graduate, homepage. Okay. Let me check this homepage. Okay, let's link it. Okay. Homepage.ci school.ci. Put it like this. Okay, let's open this homepage HTML also. So maybe I will review both at the same time. Okay. I'll review both at the same time. Let me add homepage.html. Okay, seed of academy. Oh, just a small stuff you did here. Okay, you know what? I'm going to concentrate here in this particular page. Whatever explanation I'm going to give you in this page, if you apply it in the rest of the pages, you get a better result. Okay. All right, so we're done with the folder structure. So you've seen how to organize your folder. So you link the CSS and even your images too. Wherever you have image, if there's any place you link image, you have to go to that link and add slash image. Images slash before the name of the image. You understand? So it will link it from the image folder, so that your folder or file will be more organized. So that's it. Now let's look at this. Number one, anytime you want to build an application or build a website, first thing you're going to consider is the color scheme. Okay, the color scheme. You don't have to add as many colors as possible. You have to first of all ask whoever if you're building it for a client, you ask the person if they have color brand color. Okay, you know, some people, they have the color of maybe their logo, the color of their logo, the brand color of their business. Okay, just like my own academy, I have my business is let me show you my brand color. That's dark red and white. That's my brand color. Okay, dark red and white. You understand? Okay, I'm not connected to the internet right now. Maybe let me try to connect quickly and show you. So you have to ask whoever you're working for their brand color. Then you now use their brand color, maybe their brand color and white to work. Do you understand me? For example, somebody tells you that the brand color is blue. Then you have to use blue. Okay, and the shades of blue. You understand? There are other colors that will match blue. You can use them. They use least color. You don't have to use so many colors. Do you understand? Very good. So that is one. You know why I'm saying that? Because use more of gray here, and you come here, use black under gray, and this color is not too visible on top of this gray background. It shows that you don't really have an idea of color scheme. You just want to use the color you found. Okay, and that's why I mentioned that. So you have to consider color scheme before you even create anything. Okay, so let me see if I can connect to the internet and show you my site. Maybe I will use it to explain a bit about what you need to know about color scheme to you. Okay, so next time you'll be mindful of color scheme while working on a site. Okay, so let me open. So you see my logo, the color. Do you see the color now? So that's dark red and white. See how I didn't use lots of colors. Do you understand? Let's go to the academy now. Let's go to the academy. So do you see the same color still going on? That if you watch the button, you see that I used a bright color for button, but this bright color still matches this color. So this just like kind of a bright color, like let me give you an example. If someone says you're going to that their color scheme is blue, for example, you can, for the button, you're going to use a bright blue, maybe if you know what I mean by bright blue / cyan. Let me show you a HTML color picker. I just want to show you something here. If you search for HTML color picker, you're going to see the colors. So let's say that someone wants you to use blue, for example. Okay, let's say this color, that this particular color is the brown color. So you can use this brown color for maybe the menu part, okay, and some parts of the site. But for stuff like button, you can use lighter part of it, lighter blue, maybe this one. Do you understand? So that's what I'm talking about. So you also go through some professional websites, you understand, you will begin to see how they made use of a certain color and they maintain that consistency. They do not add lots of colors. Instead, they use either 2 colors. That's all. And if you watch my buttons, you see, use this one and this color, okay. Then with white, I didn't add lots of colors. You see that? Very good. So once you master this, so you see, I didn't add lots of color. I just maintain this color scheme, and that's all. Okay. So ask whoever you are working for. If you're going to work for somebody, your color scheme. If you're working for yourself, start now to choose a color scheme you are going to use and work with it. Okay. So that's said. Then the next thing is the content. So when you're working on a website, okay, let's go back to your site. When you're working on a website, first thing you have to do is this: you have to make sure that when someone visits that website, immediately the person visits the website, the person immediately knows what the website is about. If someone visits your site, the person will know what it is about. You understand? Seed of Destiny Academy. Okay, this one, for example, this one, somebody will know that this is for school. Okay. So this one will know. Somebody will know, even though maybe you're still just starting this, you're starting to build a site. The only thing I would advise you now is anytime you want to build, before you continue building anything for yourself, I've advised you before, try to follow my tutorials. Build everything I've built. By the time you are done building them, you have a better idea of web development and how to go about it. Okay, so you won't have to build stuff like this anymore. You build something that is more advanced. Okay, so that's said. So the content, like if you look at this my academy now, once somebody visit the academy, person will know that this is an academy, the best platform for learning Microsoft Office, for learning. It will change to web development, digital marketing. Okay, and if you read this immediately, you know we will learn websites, web design, web development, and so on and so forth. Okay, and these are the courses. So the moment someone visits this site, person already knows that this is what this site is about. Hope you understand. So that's what I want to emphasize on the issue of this content of your site. Okay, because when someone looks at this at first glance, the person will not understand what this is about. So you have to make sure that the content you're adding, person will understand. Once someone looks at it, you don't need to explain to the person for the person to have an idea of what this is about. Okay, so this is done. Then the next one is font size and capitalization. So that's another one here. You also have to be mindful of the font size you are using, but I understand that you are still a beginner and you've not really gotten to that point where you will say yes, that you know exactly the font size to use. Okay, but just know that font size is also quite important while building an application. Okay, by the time you start following my tutorials and start building applications, you understand more about how to make use of font size and all. Okay, then the fonts actually, this font is Times New Roman font, and this is a kind of a traditional font you see you use when you type in text. You mustn't use this font. You can choose another font. Okay, that's one. Then two, this font and font size and font color. In my case, if I should criticize it, I would tell you that this color should change to be a bit brighter. Okay, maybe this one will be a bit darker. You understand? This will be a bit brighter. This will be a bit darker. Okay, and again, capitalization this should be capital. Okay, let me explain this properly. If you want this color to be like this background, tone it down, make this background to be almost white, close to white, just a completely fainted background. Do you understand? A grayish background. Use more faint. Let me show you a color you can use. You can come here, for example. You just move. Do you see something like this? You can use it, copy it, go to where you add a background, because I want to go into details as in opening all this stuff for you. But just you can choose this color, add it there. When you add it there, it will be, when you add it there, it will be more fainted. Where is that your page again? Okay, this will be almost white, and when it is almost white, it will bring up the content. Okay, whatever content you add on it will shout out, will be more prominent. Okay, because the background is a kind of trying to hide its content. Do you understand me? Then if you have color scheme now, what will happen now is you are going to use your color scheme here. If it's a blue, you're going to use that blue here. Okay, maybe use the blue here. So this one will be white, that blue will be here. The blue will also be here, this one will be white. Make it capital. You see all these ones, capital. Always be mindful of capitalization. As in when you are working, always know that English matters. Like all this stuff you're learning in English, that's when you want to start a sentence or you want to write a noun, whatever, then it has to start with capital. All those stuff are also very important in web development. All these ones should be capital. You see, this one is capital. Okay, capital. Okay, and if you want this one to be capital also, it means that this one should also be capital. It is called title case. Do you understand? Otherwise, this one must be capital. Do you understand? So so that is it for this one. Okay, then another one is let's check again. Okay, margin and padding. So I believe you're taking care of you understood color scheme now and the capitalization and the font and all. Okay, but don't worry. I know some of this might not be quite clear to you. But like I said, concentrate on my training. Build, follow my courses and build stuff that I built. That will open your eye to exactly how to do things. Okay, very good. So that's it. Then come down here. Actually, you really tried when it comes to padding. I think I like your padding. You tried to a good extent. Okay, but down here you see that this is quite on top of this. So there's supposed to be a space between this and this particular one. Okay, and this particular thing, this box should have a padding. There's no padding here. This text is supposed not to be touching the edge of this. Do you understand? You have to give padding around this. Okay, this shouldn't touch this edge. Then again, check this spelling because it seems I don't know if this spelling is correct. And then this, if I suppose not to be capital, I don't know why you made it capital, and the size is too much. You reduce the size, okay, and use a color scheme. If you are using the same color scheme used here, that maybe if you are using blue, this kind of blue, use it here. Then come down here, use this thing one, maybe you can make it darker. They make this one white. Let me show you. Let me give it. This is how my own is. Dark background, white text. If you go down, see I maintain the same until down here. You see that? Dark background, white text. So you can do it that way. Hope you understand me. Okay, so I think so far so good. So far so good. I'm proud of you. You are trying. Just keep doing it. Keep being consistent. Okay, with what I've explained to you here, if you apply it to any other thing you are going to create, you are going to come out with a more appealing result. Okay. Meanwhile, I wish you the best of luck. I wish you the best of luck. Just apply this to other things because I'm not going to be opening all these pages one after the other. Okay, so any page you open like this one, the same thing I explained in the other one is also the same thing you're going to look at here. Okay, so with that little knowledge, you know that you are getting there. Okay, but meanwhile, henceforth, concentrate on my course. Build all that I've built before starting to build your own again. Okay, I wish you good luck.